Now, I just talked to the lieutenant we've been in touch with here with the Houma Police Department, and let me get his update here. He just texted me that they have had some calls of downed trees, down power lines, and roof damage, but still no injuries. That's from a lieutenant with the Houma Police Department, and that is pretty consistent with what we're seeing from up here. Now, this right here looks like the craziest hurricane ever, right? This is the outer eye wall, which is a strong part of the storm, but the inner eye wall is oftentimes even more powerful. That's what's going to hit us next. So we've been on the, in this protected area on the top level of the parking garage. My crew and I here in just a moment when we let you go are going to evacuate this, go down to a lower level where it's much safer in this parking garage. That way we'll be even more protected from the wind and make sure we don't put anybody in jeopardy by getting ourselves into a hairy situation. Speaking of which, look at this. This is a fluorescent light panel from the roof. Must weigh about 30-40 pounds. It came out of the roof just about 5 or 10 minutes ago. The concrete structure we are in is very safe and sturdy, but the roof here, you can see through it now, the roof is breathing a little bit, which is why we need to leave this area here in just a moment. When the roof breathes, it actually kind of like a window does with a heavy wind on it. You can actually see it kind of moving up and down, and that can lead to things like light fixtures getting knocked loose. So that's why we don't want to be standing under anything like that. That's why we're going to get out of here in just a minute. You can see kind of temporary breaks in between the craziest of the wind gusts. When the heaviest of the rain comes in the rain bands, the rain falling from the cloud actually pulls the strongest winds down from about 500, 1,000 feet above us down to the surface. So when it rains the hardest in the rain bands, the winds also gust the hardest. So those two things come hand in hand. We have lost power here, as we told you in our last update. No street lights around the area are working. I haven't seen any lights on in any homes. The plugs here on the elevator shaft power outlets don't work either. So I think those are the main updates we've got for you guys. We're really in the midst of what is still, by the way, a Category 4 hurricane. We just got a new update from the Hurricane Center. It's slowing down as the eye is now just 13 miles away. So maybe in as little as an hour, we'll show you some sunshine right here on our live stream. But this thing has maintained Category 4 intensity for now a couple of hours after landfall. It still has 145 mile per hour winds as it crawls our way. That's why we need to get off the roof here in just a second, because these are, 100 mile an hour gusts, I would estimate. 145 miles an hour is nothing you want to mess with. It's nothing that I want to be close to either. So on that note, we're going to let you go. Look forward to checking in again shortly here on KXAN Live. Thank you guys for following along.